Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're back at the tiny laundromat to see how we did this week. It is Fun Car Friday, and we've had the first good Friday in a while with no rain. It's not too hot, so we do have the Countach out today. It's always a fun car to drive. And we're gonna see how ugly it is in here. Because last week, it was super dirty and just a mess. And it is this week too. So last week there was a lot of money in the machine, so maybe that'll keep happening. Boy, you know, for a long time there we had a stretch of people were keeping it fairly clean, but the last couple of weeks, I don't know if it's just one person or in general, they've been trashing it. And then there's water on the floor here again too, but I've run these machines and I don't know where it's coming from, if it's just people being sloppy or if there is one of these machines that's leaking. I just can't figure out which one. So, we'll count money, we'll clean up, and see what we've got. This is one of the more frustrating things of owning a laundromat. I checked this machine last week, ran it. It ran fine, had no issues. While I was sitting here, it just like turned on and started running. And then I look at it, and it's obviously not draining. So this machine has some issues. So yeah. But this happens all the time where someone will tell me what doesn't work. It's got issues, what's going on? We try it, they work fine. And then they just all of a sudden stop working again. So it's hard to fix stuff when you don't know what's wrong with it or it won't break for you. All right, we'll get started. See what we've got in the dryers first. I think that's the best box we've ever had in this dryer. So that's a good sign. Not awful. Not bad either. I think people are finally learning that these dryers on the end have the best drying capabilities. Okay, nobody used that one. That one's making awful noises. We need to get it fixed at some point. I feel like every time we fix it, I think something else breaks. So, this laundromat's been a little frustrating with that. This one is usually the fullest box of the dryers. And it's okay. Like I said, I think people are realizing the other ones on the other side are better and using those. Okay. That. We'll see if the new washers have. That's a good one. But again, that machine stopped working. So these boxes are a little fuller than they have been because of that. That's really good. What is that coin? Just a quarter? Okay. This is the washer that jumped out here a couple of weeks ago. So we lost one, but then we got one of these working again. Oh, right. I need this key. Oh, there's a lot in there too. Okay. People love to use this one, even though it's old. They're supposed to kind of use it for dirty loads. But that doesn't always happen. These are pretty full too. So the Laundromat is definitely doing better. I don't know if I'd say it's doing good, but it's doing better. So that one's still getting used a bunch. Look at that. But it's definitely got some issues and problems right now. Okay. We'll count those up and see what we've got, but that seemed pretty decent. Look at this. It drained. I bet you if I start this up again, the stupid thing will probably work fine. I thought someone was coming to do laundry, and this is the complete wrong attitude to have. I'm like, don't come do laundry, don't come do laundry, because it's nice to be able to count quarters and all that when I'm here alone. But they're just looking at the car, so that's okay. Okay, we'll see how many quarters are gone in both of these machines. I put these on a timer so they reset every night, because sometimes they just stop working, but you reset them to work. That really's helped. In my Greeley laundromat, which is much bigger, I might have to do that there too, because there's a machine that keeps not working right. So, wow. That's the lowest it's been in a long time. Quarter flew out, but that should mean there's quite a bit of cash in here. Not bad. And then that means there should, well, we don't know what's in here. Quite a bit in there too. So maybe it's a really good week at the small laundromat. Maybe we'll break a record, who knows? Oh, gotta fill this guy up again. Really annoying job, but that's okay. And fill up those quarters too. Let's see what's in the car wash. Hopefully it's a better week. It's been kind of lower the last few weeks. But who knows? It could be weather. Could be a lot of reasons. We did get quite a bit of rain here yesterday. Hey, that's better. That's a lot better than it has been. We'll check the vacuum too. Not a lot. We'll just count those separate and dump them in here. Okay, let's see what we've got. I had 925 in the vacuum, and I dumped that in here. So we'll subtract 925 from the car wash money, so we've got $256. More people coming to see the car, maybe. Dryer. I didn't want that to happen. Well, we'll just have to subtract the 256 from that. Okay, so we'll subtract 256 from that, and those people are leaving now. That wasn't as good as last week in the dryers. I felt like we had more in the washers. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll do the new ones first. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's on par with or the same as last week. Over 1,000 from the washers? I don't think that's ever happened. I think that's definitely a new record. But we might have had less with the dryer, so that's kind of odd. But still, not bad so far. Okay, so let's see what that all added up to. I counted the cash in the change machine. It was around $321 or $22. That was a good week. We usually have a little more in the machines in cash, so we'll see what happens here. I looked through the cameras just a little bit to see if I could find someone who was getting the place so dirty. I didn't really see anything. So it's hard to look through an entire week of camera footage, but I might keep peeking at that and seeing what's going on. I might keep more of an eye out as well, because I get alerts every time something happens over there, which is a lot. But I can kind of peek over real quick and see what's going on, especially maybe if they're late at night. But let's see here how we did. $399.50. So not a record, but what's really interesting is our washers had a record. $254.50 is by far the most we've ever had in our washers before. The dryers were actually down. So someone or people were using the washers like crazy, but not using the dryers. So that was interesting. Vacuum was about where it's at. Car wash was a little bit better, so that was good to see. But strange with the washers and the dryers and how that worked out. It's still doing better, right? I mean, if we can get to like $500 a month of revenue, it might actually make money. Not a lot, but a little bit. I've talked about possibly selling it before. I don't think the people who I mentioned before are really, I mean, I think they want to buy it. Don't think they can buy it. Maybe they could just buy the laundromat itself only, like the business from me and rent from me, but I don't think you can pay enough rent to me to make it worthwhile to run the laundromat, because it doesn't make enough money. So I think for right now, we're going to keep chugging away. I'm still waiting to hear on my washing machine if it can, the big ones, if we can put them in with electrical. It's been like pulling teeth to get any information on that stuff. It's crazy. I've talked to multiple electricians. I've talked to multiple of my guys working for me and different people, and everyone's like, well, we'll look into it. And it's been a little frustrating. So we are still looking at that. And I know we showed the shop a couple times this week too, but it's not rented yet. And had a few people interested in it. And the apartment next door, those guys have stopped parking in the bay and causing issues, so that's been good. That's been better. And maybe I just need to drive the Lamborghini more and get more people in front of the laundromat. It is, I would estimate at least 6 different people stopped, like actually stopped and parked and took pictures of it in the hour and a half I was there, and then probably 20 others slowed down in the middle of the road. Luckily there were no accidents or anything to look at it. So it definitely brings attention. And then people see there's a laundromat there. So that can't hurt business, I don't think. All right, that's where we're at. Again, not a bad week. Again, so dirty. Again, machines having issues. Like always, let us know what you think, and we'll be back with more videos with the other laundromat. If you didn't see that one did awesome. So check out that video, the bigger laundromat, our flips, our rentals, liquor store, all that stuff. Much more coming up.